Welcome to Sergio Creativity.
The musical logic of Finnish, vowel harmony. Welcome! In this session, we are going to learn the gravitational law of the Finnish language. It's called vowel harmony. In Finnish, words have a melody, and once a word starts with a certain type of sound, the ending must follow that same melody. Don't try to memorize, just listen to the logic. In Finnish, we have three families of vowels. First, the back vowels, a, and u. Think of these as heavy sounds made at the back of your throat, a, u. Then we have the front vowels, e, ö, and u. These are light sounds made at the front of your mouth. They often have dots, e, ö, u. Finally, we have the neutrals, e and e. They're like Switzerland. They can go with anyone. Leo, what are the three heavy back vowels? A, and u. Good. And the light front vowels with the dots? E, ö, and u. Perfect. Now here is the rule. If a word has even one heavy vowel, a, u, in its body, the ending you attach to it must also be heavy. Let's take the word for bag, kassi. It has an a. The ending for in is either sa or sa. Leo, since kassi has a heavy a, which in ending sounds like it belongs, sa or sa? Kasisa. Exactly. The a in the word pulls the a into the ending, kasisa. Now, let's take the word for forest, metsa. It has an a light front vowel. Leo, how would you say in the forest? Metsasa. Perfect. The light a in the word demands a light a in the ending. Now, what about the word for home, koti? It has an o heavy and an e neutral. Leo, if we have a heavy and a neutral vowel, who wins the tug of war? I assume the heavy one. Correct. The heavy vowels, a, u, always win. So how do you say in the home? Kodisa. Right, kodisa. Now, let's look at the word for city, kaupunki. It has a and u both heavy. Leo, how do you say in the city? Kaupungisa. Correct. Now, what if the word only has neutrals, like Helsinki? It only has a and e. When there are no heavy vowels to fight with, the light front vowels, e, ö, u, take over by default. So, Leo, how do you say in Helsinki? Helsinkisa. Brilliant. Because there's no a, or u, we use the dotted sa. Let's try the question hook. In Finnish, to turn a statement into a question, we add ko or g to the first word. Take the name Lauri. It has an a heavy and an u heavy. How do you ask, is it Lauri? Lauriko? Yes. Now take the name Päivi. It has a and u both light. How do you ask, is it Päivi? Päivikö? Exactly. You can feel the music of the word changing. One final logic puzzle, compound words. When we glue two words together, like computer, tiitokone, which is tieto, info, plus kone, machine, in Finnish, only the last part of the word matters for harmony. Leo, machine is kone. It only has neutrals. O is back, but wait, kone has an o. Let's try a different one. Let's use sähköposti, email. Sähkö, electric, has light vowels. Posti, mail, has a heavy o. Since posti is the last part, does the whole word take a heavy or light ending? It follows the last part, so heavy. Correct. So, in the email is sähköpostissa. Perfect. Even though the word started light, it ended heavy, so the suffix stays heavy. Let's do a quick-fire round, Leo. I'll give you a word, you give me the in shape, sa or sa. Auto, autossa. Kylä, kylässä. Pankki, pankissa. Jö, jöössä. Tampere, tamperella.
Oh, wait, that's an exception from the PDF.
Haha, you caught me. Some towns like to use la, on, instead of sa, in, but the harmony rule still applies. Tampere has no heavy vowels, so we use the light la, tamperella. Excellent job today, Leo. You now have the Finnish ear. You aren't just memorizing endings, you are following the melody. See you in the next lesson.